Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Albert, and welcome to an all-new episode of Acast. Hope, truly hope that everyone out there is staying safe and healthy, and of course, as always, that you're spreading love, peace, and kindness to everyone around you. Now, in today's episode, as you can see by the thumbnail and the title, we are talking about how to be more peaceful. We have tumultuous times going on in the world. Everything seems to be going crazy, and it's always just negativity and bad things happening. But today, we're going to kind of focus on some key points that can help us remain more peaceful and just be able to get through the days much easier. This is going to be a two-part video. Almost on all of my videos where I'm trying to talk about some kind of teaching or something like that, I try to do like a psychological sense of it. Then on the next video or within the same video, depends on how long it is, I'll try to do a biblical sense of it. Today we're going to be focusing on the psychological sense of how to be peaceful, and the next week or sometime this week when I have time I will film the biblical version. But before we get to any of that, we're going to get straight to our fruitful life, our quote of the day, which is, "The Lord knows the right amount of sunshine and showers that are needed to produce a harvest within you." That is a quote by Roy Lesson. The Lord knows the right amount of sunshine and showers that are needed to produce a harvest within you. Like I've said many times on my channel, you go through hard times, you go through the storms, you go through the rain, because God needs to mold you into who He wants you to be. So therefore, when you get through that and you get done with it, you have harvested into a better person and hopefully have made a more closer and stronger relationship with God. But let's wrap the intro up and let's get started. Alright, welcome back guys. In today's episode, I did so much research for this topic because if you Google how to find peace or how to be more peaceful, you will come across thousands and thousands and thousands of different websites and blogs and preachings and teachings and all kinds of stuff that will help you and give you kind of steps on how to be more peaceful. But the one I really enjoyed reading a lot was from a website called positivityblog.com, and the first thing they say, they have a few steps here. We're going to go over each one and kind of break them down. The first one they say is to set limits. If your life is overfilled, you may need to set some limits. So if it seems like you have so much going on in your life, you have a lot of work you got to do, you got a lot of stuff you got to do at home, kind of set limits on what you are able to do, and at the same time, remain peaceful, remain healthy, because you can't really overdo yourself, because when you do that, then you're going to start having obviously mental issues. You're going to start getting more upset, more agitated, more stressed out, a lot more anxiety, but you can also flare up some physical health issues as well, such as high blood pressure and things that we really don't need in our life. So set limits for yourself. Stop doing some of the least important things, the things that honestly really don't matter that much. For example, set a limit for how many times a day you will check your email inbox, your Instagram, your Twitter, your any social media. Whether you realize it or not, social media does kind of trigger things within you. If you don't get as many likes, or if you don't get as many comments, you don't get as many messages, whether you realize it or not, it really messes with your mental health, because it's weird how social media has really done and warped our brains to that. I don't have social media. Only thing I even have even remotely close to social media is YouTube. If you don't have as many likes and as many comments and as many retweets or whatever all that stuff is, then you feel like, wow, why don't I have as many likes as this person? Or why hasn't this many people retweeted my tweet as much as they have this person? Am I not good enough? Am I not pretty enough? Am I not this? Am I not that? And all of a sudden, if you think about that, then you probably realize, yeah, I actually do that. Then all these negative thoughts start getting in your mind, and you start getting overwhelmed, and you lose any sense of peace. So therefore, in all reality, social media is not that important. So set limits. If you're on it all day at work, or you're on it all day at home, or you're going to the grocery store and you're walking around Walmart, checking your Facebook, stop it. Just do it. Set a limit for yourself just for a couple times a day. Number 2, find a relaxation technique that works for you. There are many different ways you can relax. You can relax as in being lazy, laying in bed, watching TV, watching YouTube videos, just chilling, reading a book, reading the Bible. But there are other ways that people can relax. It totally depends on you. I know people who their form of relaxation is going to the gym, going for a run, going for a walk. I live on a humongous farm, so one great way to relax around here, believe it or not, is to just walk. We have acres upon upon acres of land that we can literally walk and just take in the beauty that God has made, the beautiful plants, the trees, listen to the animals, listen to the dirt and the leaves as you walk on the ground. That's just so relaxing. Just take time out of your day to find a relaxation technique that works for you. Yours may not be a more active type of relaxation. You maybe like to just sit at home, lay in bed, eat some ice cream, watch some funny movies, read a book, whatever your technique that works for you, that works for you. Practice that more often, and I promise you soon, before you believe it, you will start seeing so many results. An example they give here is they say, I like belly breathing and working out to release tensions and to recharge during the day. What works for you? As I already said, long walks. Music is one I didn't even think of. Some people like to turn to music when they're feeling stressed out or overwhelmed, or they just want to relax. Turn to some music. Try yoga, meditation, going for a swim. Find what your relaxation technique that works best for you and practice it more often. Number 3, which is one I think is absolutely stands out above all these steps that I've already read over, is do not make mountains out of molehills. Do not overreact. Do not be over dramatic. Do not be over negative. Do not be judgmental. My last video I did, the live stream, talking about being judgmental. Don't be making mountains out of molehills. This can create so much unnecessary stress. So if you just have a tiny little problem that really doesn't matter, maybe it's a problem to you, or maybe someone has said something to you that they honestly didn't realize that has upset you, or that has stressed you out or made you mad, but if you don't speak about it right then, like, hey, that kind of upset me a little bit, and then get it out of the way and maybe have like, oh man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, apologize, oh, it's cool, give a dap and move on. But if you really kind of let it sit there in your mind and let it fester up and fester up and fester up, but before you know it, this little thing he could have said, or they, or whoever said it, or they have done, or whatever little small action that really kind of triggered that at the beginning, has become this magnanimous problem that really isn't even that big of a problem. When facing what looks like a mountain, ask yourself these questions. Does someone on this planet have it worse than me right now? Yes, I don't care who you are. If you're watching this, or no matter what it is, no matter what situation you're going through, someone in the world has it worse than you. Do you have a home? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have something to eat? Do you have legs? Can you walk? Can you run? Can you talk? Can you see? Can you smell? Can you hear? Can you feel? Can you touch? If you can say yes, there is someone out there who has it worse than you, because there are people who are blind. There are people who are deaf. There are people who they can't even taste. People who have limbs missing. People who are out there making the best of it. In reality, they have it worse than us. There are so many people, so many iconic people on the internet. You can search people who have been through really hard and tumultuous and horrible times, and they've made the best out of it, and they're living their best life now. Will this matter in 5 years? The situation that you're going through, ask yourself, is it that important? Will it honestly matter within a 5 years amount of time? 99.9% chance, no, it's not going to matter. These questions will help you zoom out and realize the things that may not be as bad, and that in fact, in reality, you can handle them. Next, slow down. Your emotions work backwards as well. If you slow down while walking, while moving your body, or talking, you can often start to feel less stressed compared to if you move or talk fast. Slowing down to decrease stress goes for many other things you do in everyday life as well, such as riding a bicycle, working at your desk, eating. If you seem like the type of person who's always in a hurry, always fast, you gotta talk, you gotta email. You gotta, you always are in a hurry. Take time to be able to slow down. Like they say for example, you drive to work or you ride a bicycle to work. Are you always in a hurry, always stressed out? Hurry, gotta get to work. Why don't perhaps you maybe wake up 30 minutes earlier so you can have 30 minutes extra time to do what it is you need to do. While you're eating, are you always in a hurry? Gotta eat, gotta get back to work, gotta do this, gotta do that. Just slow down and enjoy life, because honestly, folks, life is just too short to always be in a constant hurry. The next one, unclutter your world, unclutter your mind. Just take 3 minutes to declutter your workspace or the room that you're in. An uncluttered, simplified, and ordered space around you brings clarity and order to the mind. It may not look like it to some people, but I keep my room, my car, my work office areas, I always keep them neat. I know where everything's at, and I don't mean neat as in, messy, organized, where it looks like a mess, but I don't know where everything is. I like for everything to be neat, to be straightened up, to look nice, my bed made. Everything, I just seem so much more at peace. I don't know what it is. If I would come home after work and things were all over the floor, laundry all over the floor, a mess all over my dresser, my bed in shambles, I would just feel so anxious because I just like things in a more neat and organized way. Don't stop there. Declutter, simplify, and organize your home and life. Also, to live in a more relaxing environment. If you seem like your life is cluttered up, like you're doing a lot of things that you really don't have to be doing, you just do it because, maybe get rid of some of those things so that way you'll have more extra time to focus on yourself and to focus on your loved ones and to focus on your own mentality to be more at peace. Next, use a minimalistic workspace. This one here, they give an example, says that my workspace is just a laptop on a wooden desk. I use a comfy chair and there is room for my glass of water beside the computer. That's it. There are no distractions, just me, the computer, and the water. This brings peace and it makes it easier to focus during my working hours. So if you do work in an office type environment or you work or any type of environment that you work, try to keep it minimalistic, organized, so you know where everything's at, so that way you don't have other things over here distracting you, taking your mind off what you really need to be focusing on. In the same way in your life, like we just talked about this step before this, kind of make everything more organized so you're able to fully focus on yourself and fully focus on the task at hand instead of getting distracted and not being able to focus on mainly yourself and your family and your loved ones. Keep everything organized, keep everything simplistic, and you'll be so much more peaceful. Number 7, which is a really hard one for me, so I can't even sit here and preach at you like I do this. Be 10 minutes early. It is a small habit, but it has transformed much of my travel time during the year from a slightly or very stressful time to periods of relaxation and recharging. I kind of spoke on this a couple minutes ago. Like I said, if you're always in a hurry to get to work, maybe wake up 30 minutes earlier. That way you'll have 30 extra minutes to be more peaceful, to relax, to hang out, to drive to work on time, to be able to take in some of the beauty that you pass on your way to work. Or if you're just walking around your yard, if you're planting whatever it is, give yourself 10 extra minutes so therefore you can be able to peacefully do what it is you need to do instead of being in a rush and being stressed out. Next, accept and let go. Now is now. But if something negative from the past, something someone said, something that someone has done to you, if it is still in your mind, then accept it and let that feeling and thought in instead of trying to push it away. When you accept that it is, then it starts to lose power. And while the facts may still be there in your head, the negativity of the situation, the negative feelings become a lot less powerful. At this point, let that thing go like you're throwing out a bag of old clothes and direct your focus to the present moment and something better instead. So if something that has happened to you or something that someone has said to you in the past, if it is something that's always kind of turning in your head, even though you think about it, but it doesn't really overwhelm your thoughts, if it's sitting there turning and turning and you just ignore it and ignore it and ignore it, then eventually what that's going to do is it's going to start turning into really big problems. So while it's sitting there turning, while it's fresh in your mind, just accept it. Okay, that happened. It's not a big deal. It's not going to matter in 5 years. And let it go. And this last one I want to give to you is ask instead of guessing. Reading minds is pretty much impossible, but still we often try it and create anxiety, uncertainty, and misguided conclusions for ourselves. So ask and communicate instead. It may sometimes be a bit hard at first, but it can save you and the people around you so much trouble in the long run. So therefore, if you go, okay, let's say we're at work and we all go to lunch, we all hang out. Betsy over here, she looks like something's on her mind, and you really just acting like maybe it's something that you did. Maybe let's just say, for example, maybe you said something that you had no idea upset her, but in reality, maybe it did, and you just kind of ignore it. Maybe ask her, "Hey, girl, what's up? Is everything okay?" And if she comes to me, "Yeah, remember what you said the other day? It kind of is bothering me." Then apologize and move on from it. Ask. Get the information. Don't just guess, because none of us, even though we would really probably love to be, none of us are mind readers. So if we just ask, "Hey, are you okay?" Or, "Hey, what's going on? What can we do?" You can be so much more at peace because you know what the issue is. Or if it's even just asking, like if you don't know what you're supposed to do at work, but you just guess, "Oh, maybe I should do this report." but maybe in reality you're supposed to be doing something else, but you don't want to ask your manager, your supervisor, your boss, or whoever. Just ask, hey boss, what is it I'm supposed to do today? That way you're not in the back of your mind like, oh, I'm hoping I'm doing the right thing, and you're stressed out, you're anxious, you're just praying, Lord, please let this be the right thing. Just ask, hey boss, what am I supposed to do today? Honestly, I forgot. And just ask. Communicate, and you will feel so much better and much more peaceful. That's all I got for you guys today on staying peaceful. I hope this helped. I actually think I want to make this into a 3-part video because there are a bunch more steps here on the psychological part of it, and then we'll also get into the biblical sense of it as well. But this is part 1 of 3, so this will be indeed a 3-part video of how to be more at peace. I hope you guys practice these steps. I will leave a link in the description below for the website that I used. Amazing website called positivityblog.com. I hope that everyone out there is having an amazing weekend. It is almost September, so it's hard to believe this year is almost gone. It'll be Thanksgiving and Christmas before we know it. But everybody out there, stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, as always, no matter what, spread love, peace, and kindness to everyone around you. Bye, guys.